Happy Sunday morning. There is a columnist, an opinion columnist for the Washington Post, a guy named Mark Thiessen. And he's a former, speechwriter or something for George W. Bush. And he's one of these guys where it's like, you can tell he wrote the article just by the headline, because the headline will be the most unhinged, batshit crazy Republican pro-Trump shit that you can possibly imagine. It's like you read the headline and you're just like, okay, or I guess Mark Thiessen wrote that, and 95% of the time you'll be correct. Another website that I subscribe to, Mediaite.com, Mediaite.com. They have their own Mark Thiessen. It's a guy named Isaac Shore, Schorr. I'm going to cover a couple things in this video. Almost daily, I go to this website and I'm like perusing their headlines, and I see like the most lunatic, whacked out, unhinged headline that I can possibly imagine. And I'm like, I bet Isaac Shore wrote that article. And again, 9 times out of 10, I'm correct. And so I was looking at their website this morning, and I see Isaac Shore's latest headline. The Iranian nuclear strike was Donald Trump's finest hour. So there's that. Second, for the last 4 months, between Trump and Stephen Miller and their obsession with conducting an ethnic cleansing in the United States to rid this country of brown people, they have redirected any number of federal assets, agencies, departments whose focus was other things, and said, no, now you're anti-immigration, and we're going to use you for anti-immigration. Huge parts of the FBI, DHS, Homeland Security, DEA, ICE, Customs Border Patrol. We've shifted. We completely obliterated our cybersecurity office. Mainly, I think, because they told Trump that the 2020 election was not stolen and was the safest and most secure election in our nation's history, meaning that he lost. So we did away with that. So if Iran, China, Russia, North Korea want to launch any cybersecurity attacks against the United States, we don't really have any defense for that anymore, because Trump did away with it because he wants to focus all of those people on immigration. One of the other things that he did was he appointed a former lawn care maintenance worker to head the Office of Domestic Terrorism Prevention in the United States. A 22-year-old college graduate named Thomas Fugate, who, if you Google him, Fugate, and you see like his official portrait, it's the most ridiculous thing I've ever seen in my life. So that guy is in charge of repelling terrorist attacks, and he's in that job now. Zero experience, 22 years old, just got out of college. And so the day after we bombed Iran, the world's #1 state sponsor of terrorism, we've got this guy, Thomas Fugate, all 22 years old of him. I have boots that are older than this guy. Connecticut Senator Chris Murphy tweeted, "As our nation girds for possible Iranian terrorist attacks, this is the person Trump put in charge of terrorism prevention," referring to Thomas Fugate, 22 years old, recent work experience, landscaping, grocery clerk, never worked a day in counterterrorism, but he's a huge Trump fan. He's incredibly MAGA, and so Trump gave him the job. That's who is now in charge of combating and preventing terrorism and terrorist attacks within the United States. After we just bombed a nation that has proxy terrorism organizations all around the planet, like Hamas, Hezbollah, the Houthi rebels in Yemen. And the Ayatollah Khamenei in Iran yesterday said he's activating all Iranian sleeper cells all around the planet. And we've got Thomas Fugate on the job. I'm sure that will work out great.